Some say comparison is the thief of joy. At Zillow, we say it can also be pretty super helpful in certain situations, like home buying. Between volatile interest rates, high home prices, and mortgage payments that are comparable to rents in many parts of the country, to rent or to buy is a popular question these days. It's a complicated issue, so today, we're gonna break it all down for you by putting rent and buy head-to-head in the ring for a rousing blow-by-blow of rent versus buy! This match is brought to you by the BuyAbility tool from Zillow Home Loans. Find out yours today. And the Zillow Rentals app. Zillow Rentals. We've got zillions of rentals. I'm Delaney, and this is Zillow Explains. Today we're going round by round to see which heavyweight scores the knockout. Cross! Now let's go! Ding 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 ding! Round one, upfront costs. As a renter, you'll likely owe your landlord a security deposit, which is typically around $750, and maybe the first and last month's rent. If we use the national average rent of about $2,100, a renter's upfront costs comes out to around $5,000. That ain't no small chunk, but let's compare that to the upfront costs when buying a home. The typical American home costs about $370,000. If you put down 10%, which 1 in 5 buyers do, you'll say sayonara to $37,000 for now, but we'll get to that later. And a down payment isn't the only upfront cost you're gonna pay. Closing costs can range from 2 to 5% of the home price, which, on the high end, would be around $18,000 on the average home. So we're looking at a total of about $55,000 you would need to have saved up to buy a home in this scenario. That $5,000 upfront to rent is looking pretty nice right now, huh? Jab! Uppercut! Round two! Ding 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 ding! Monthly costs! The overall monthly cost of owning, not just a mortgage, but insurance, property taxes, and utilities, is very often more expensive than the monthly cost of renting. In 88% of major metros across the US, the total monthly house payment is greater than single-family rent. So buy takes an uppercut in the jaw from rent. But, once you own a home, the bulk of your monthly payment could stay the same for 30 years. What you pay in month 1 will be what you pay in month 156. Which is a big argument for buy, as rent will almost always rise over time. But rent isn't down for the count just yet. Round 3, upkeep. Rental upkeep is almost an oxymoron. Sure, you have to keep your rental clean, or at least you should. I'm looking at you, all of my exes. But compared to owning a home, a rental is a walk in the park. Clogged sink, broken window, fixing these issues usually comes at no cost to you as a renter, and requires a maintenance request email rather than searching for the plumbers and handymen yourself. The maintenance costs and efforts that come with buying a home are much, much higher. The average yearly price of owned home maintenance in the US is around $11,000. Youch! Round 4, building equity and saving. Okay, this is kind of a low blow. You don't build equity if you rent, but you do if you buy. When you own, you build equity, aka make money, in 2 ways. By your home growing in value over time, and by paying your mortgage over time. Think of your home as a forced savings account that you get to live in. Now, you can always invest those upfront costs somewhere else, like the stock market. And whether you benefit more from doing that or purchasing a home depends on a number of factors, including how long you plan to stay in your home. Which brings me to round 5. Ding, 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 round 5, breaking even. It's time to step back a bit and gaze out towards the beautiful break-even horizon, the point where buying becomes cheaper than renting. This, of course, depends on where you live, but buying could become cheaper than renting the longer you stay put in your home. As your home gains value over time, that equity will eventually offset the higher initial cost of owning. This ultimately lowers ownership costs while the cost of renting continues to rise. Zillow research finds that you need to live somewhere for at least 7 to 9 years before you hit that break-even point. But that time, of course, varies depending on where you live. If you live in the fancy, expensive metro areas, it could be even longer. Place your bets now, because it's time for our final round. I've never watched a boxing match in my life. I don't know if that's how they talk. Round 6, lifestyle. This round packs a whole lot of punches. Up and weave. When you're considering renting or buying, it's great to know all the numbers and math stuff, but you also need to consider things like autonomy. Maybe you feel that being your own landlord is worth its weight in gold. Customization. The appeal of having your own space that you can change in literally any way you want might be your #1 reason to own. Like this. Oh, love it. So much better. Flexibility. Maybe you're a free spirit, so renting makes you feel less tied down, man. We're free to roam. But are you a free spirit who also loves to make money? Probably. Buying a home can also be pretty flexible in the sense that you always have a nest egg gaining equity when you're traveling. Rent it out to tenants or for short-term vacation rentals while you roam. It's now time to tally up our points. And the winner is... There isn't one! God, it's you! It's been you the whole time! It's completely up to you. Your lifestyle, your location, and your financial situation. I know, it would be much easier if there was a cut and dry right answer for everybody. Instead, there's only a right answer for you, the individual you. Consider everything we went over in this rousing match of rent v. buy. If buying is your winner, congrats. If renting is your winner, also congrats. There are loads of rentals waiting for you on the Zillow app. And when it's time to buy, the BuyAbility tool from Zillow Home Loans makes it easy to understand how much you can afford. We've linked to it below. And no matter what you decide, Zillow's in your corner, champ. Go get them. Get out there. Don't punch anybody.